Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. Zooming in on one of my favorite and what I feel is one of the most important topics to moving through narcissistic or psychopathic abuse. And that is getting to the core of your personal empowerment. Getting to the core of really what makes you tick, what really gets you juice, what really gets you excited, what truly makes you happy, what you truly identify with. This is so crucial and so important to enjoying and getting the most out of life. I can't even begin to emphasize how extremely important this is. And I am presently working on a book where I'm going to be developing this at length. And this will probably not be an ebook. This is probably going to be a hardback book. But this methodology is going to help those who have encountered narcissistic abuse, psychopathic abuse, relationship with those others who have manipulated and controlled and exploited to the point where really people are in a situation where they are suffering, they're at a loss to experience joy, happiness, bliss, really live freely in their life. And it is a passion of mine to help people release their self-limiting beliefs, to help them emerge from victimized situations and come out to the other side of it. And oftentimes this is very difficult for those people to really get to the other side of healing without some actual tools, without some actual leverage, without some actual steps to get them to become aware and open this up. Now, of course, a lot of people do learn about the narcissist. That is crucial. But what I'm going to develop right now for you is a set of questions that I want you to ask of yourself. And I want you to ask these of yourself without a censor, which means just let the answers come to you free form. Because this is going to help you identify and connect with the real you. The real person, not the person who is victimized, not the person who has been subjugated to abuse, not the person who has been a mere extension of a narcissist or who has been meant to live a people-pleasing sort of reality. This is to help you realize what you truly love, what you truly find empowering, what you truly embrace in life. And to help you open up this awareness so you can identify this, realize your true identity, and live the identity of a victor, not a victim. Number one, I'm going to provide for you some different questions you can ask of yourself to help you identify and connect with your true self, your authentic self, the real you, the you that has true emotions, that has been crying to be heard, not the one that is victimized. So the questions begin as follows. If I were not a people pleaser, I would love to enlist as many of these as possible. I'm going to list some in questions that are meant to be asked to help basically get to the true you, so you can realize that there's some hidden or latent part of yourself that is going to be released. If I were not involved with so many people-pleasing behaviors, I would love to A, B, C, D. If I were released of the limiting people in my life, I think it is most important that if my accomplishments were to be truly mirrored back to me, some of my greatest accomplishments are A, B, C, D. I want you to list as many of these as possible. In fact, you can stop the tape and you can then begin to recite these, or you can play the tape in the video again over and over. If I were not so ashamed and inhibited emotionally by the abusive people in my life, I would A, B, C, D. I would love to A, B, C, D. I would join the following groups, A, B, C, D. I would participate in A, B, C, D. If my anxiety were not so troublesome, I would. If my depression were not really getting the best of me, I would have. and you need to be listening. These are questions that I want you to ask of yourself, and begin for yourself, your honest self, your true self, to begin answering some questions. Because a lot of people live in such dependent states underneath the abuser that they can't really identify really what their internal goals are, what their talents are. And so these are the type of questions that can help you elicit and get in touch with your true authentic self and expand some talents, some experiences, some adventure in your life, and help you reignite your sense of adventure and discovery in your life, so that you're not living under the guise of a victim, but you're living from the identity of the empowered and the victor. Other questions you can begin to ask yourself. If I were not so limited emotionally by this abuser, I would love to go to ABC. If I were not so limited by the abuser in my life, I would develop my interest in ABCD. If I were not so confined by worries of this toxic person, I would enjoy ABCD. So these are the type of questions, and I'm developing a number of these. But for an example, different questions or different answers you might come up with. I would garden. I would paint. I would take on a new reading club. I would take on a new hobby. I would pick up yoga. I would pick up cycling. I would pick up fishing. I would pick up painting. I would love to be a writer. I would love to be a columnist. I would love to be a blogger. I would love to share my story and help others. I would love to start a foundation. I would love to start a meetup group. I would love to travel and expand my experiences, becoming one more liberated and in touch with nature. I would love to travel to some fabulous places, such as Hawaii, such as Thailand, such as India, such as California, and such as Haiti, such as any other beautiful place where you have really truly wanted to experience. I would love to go to Chile and take cooking classes on the beach. I would love to travel to Mexico and go to an open air beach, and I would love to hike the Mayan temples, and I would like to experience authentically what that true culture was like. These are some ideas, these are some solutions that I very much believe it is so important to embrace the victor and live the solution in order to emerge from narcissistic abuse. So even though it is dreaming, even though it is asking these questions, it is opening up and getting to know your true interests, desires, and igniting these and giving oxygen and air to these and giving life that can help you begin the small steps that work towards the actual accomplishment, realization, and enjoyment of these in your life. So you can begin to experience more positive experiences, more empowering experiences than those just experiences of being victimized and being slandered and being reprimanded and being shamed, because chances are you've already had enough of these type of experiences in your life, and it's time to balance the scales and increase and enhance your positive experience and your adventure in life. And that is what I hope to impart to you and help you to uncover, release, and enjoy through this channel, Peace and Harmony. More on this topic later. I hope these videos help. Please do share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussions, and support.